Evening, fellow 50p coin collectors. Coin Snatcher here with an update this evening on the Isle of Man Christmas 50p collection. So tonight in particular we're having a look at the 1983 diamond proof series of coins. This is the Model T Ford coin. There's a AA die mark, AC die mark and a D die mark as well. There's 6 of those coins, but in the book we have 5 different versions of the BB die mark. So I've been on the hunt for these to make sure that I've got all of them. I was having a look through the book the other night and it made me think that I might be missing 1 or 2. But if we have a look at the first coin here in the book, we can see that we've got the 2 Bs and they're directly under the legs of the child, and the left hand B sits slightly lower than the right hand B, not by much, just by a fraction, but it is there. So if we pop this coin out of my tray and we pop it up beside the picture, if we have a look at those 2 Bs, we can see that the left hand one in my coin is slightly lower, the right B is slightly higher, and they're both under the child's leg. So I'm pretty happy that that is the same die mark, and we call that number 1, the same as the book. Now the next coin we have, we can see that the 2 Bs are pretty much level, and the left hand B is under the child's leg, but the right hand B is coming under the adult's leg who's standing beside the child. So if we pop my coin up beside that, let's have a little zoom in on this. And we can see that on my coin the B's are level. Left hand B is under the right hand leg of the child, and the right hand B is under the leg of the adult. So pretty happy that that is the same coin as well. We can also see on this, that the right hand B touches the line, and there's a little gap between the left hand B and the line. And when we have a look at the book, we can see the same sort of spacing as well. So pretty happy that that is die mark number 2. Now die mark number 3 in the book, we've got the B, both Bs are under the child's leg, and there's a space between the B. Now I don't think I've been able to find this coin yet, so we'll have to leave that one in the tray as a blank for now. But if we have a look at die mark number 4, which will be this coin here, and if I just get these 2 coins and pop them up beside each other, let's have a little zoom in. So we can see here on this coin as well that we've got the 2 Bs close to each other, same as the book, and the spacing is right for being underneath the feet of the child and the adult. And there's a slight, looks like a slight downward slope on the BB die mark, and it's the same in the coin as well. It looks like FF in the picture, but it's not, it's BB. So you can just see it there. And if we move over then to the coin, we can see the same thing on the coin as well. So pretty happy that that is die mark number 4. And then if we move on to die mark number 5, let's pop this up as close as I can get it. Playing silly buggers now, there we go. Let's have a zoom in on this. All right, let's move this over a little bit. Okay, so this one we've got the B under the right leg of the child and the other B under the leg of the adult to the side. And if we have a zoom in on the coins, we can see we've got the same spacing. Both coins are pretty much level, and it's in line. You can just see it here, it's in line with the adult's foot and with the child's foot. So I'm happy that that is die mark number 5. Now this is where it gets interesting, because I've got another 2 coins here. So this is what I think might be BB number 6. Now if we do a quick comparison between the coins, we can see that on this particular coin we've got a space between the Bs, and the Bs are level. completely different to die mark number 1, so it's definitely not die mark number 1. And if we move this over to die mark number 2, we can see that on the coin, the B is under the heel sort of bit of the adult foot. The B's are really close together, they're pretty much touching. And when we look at this coin, we can see there's a space between the B's, and the B on the right hand side is just a little tad further over to the right than that coin, so it definitely not die mark number 2. And if we move it over then to BB3, so we can see straight away it's not the same die mark. We've got a big space between the coins, and there's a space between the line. And when we have a look at this coin, you can see there's not the space. Also, the BB is further over to the right on the coin. It's practically under the adult's foot, which is the third leg that you can see on the picture in the book. If we move it on to die mark number 4, again, we can see that these die marks are very close together, and this one has a space. You can see the little tails are pretty much touching each other on this one. So definitely not the same coin as die mark number 4. And if we move it over to die mark number 5, we can see that the second B is directly under the adult's foot. And again, on the coin, it's slightly over to the left. It's more in the middle of the adult's foot. So happy that that is not any of the 5 coins that are shown in the book. So that would make this one die mark number 6. And then the final one we have is this one here. So if I pop this up to die mark number 1, we can compare that and see the difference. So let's have a little zoom in on that. So on the book, the B on the left hand side is slightly lower than the B on the right hand side. And when we go to this coin, we can see the opposite. The left hand B is slightly higher than the right hand B. And also the positioning is wrong. If you notice on this, the B's are directly under the children's foot, left and right. And when we have a look at this coin, we can see that the right hand B is slightly under the adult's foot. It's more over to the right. So it's definitely not that coin either. Now if we move it to die mark number 3, let's get these up beside each other. Right, if we have a zoom in on this one. Now straight away on the book you can see the left hand B is slightly lower than the right hand B. There's a space, but both B's are under the children's feet. And when we have a look at this one, we can see the left hand B on the coin is slightly higher than the right hand B. So when you compare those, they're sort of vice versa. So there's no way that's the same coin as that. And if we move this over to the next coin in the book, so this is the one that looks like FF. Now on this particular coin, there's no space between the 2 B's. So you can see there's no space there. Their tails are touching each other. Whereas on the coin, we definitely have a space between them. Sorry about that. This just does this automatically. Right, so it's definitely not die mark number 4. And then if we move this coin over to number 5 in the book. Right, so we can see that the 2 B's, you've got one B under the right hand leg of the child, and the other B sits directly underneath the right hand leg of the adult. And if we move this coin in and we have a little zoom in on it, we can see that the B's are over to the left. So that right hand B would need to be right over to the right to be sitting under this leg, the same as this coin. So the long and the short of it is that these 2 coins, as far as I can see, don't appear in the book. And it looks like I am missing die mark number 3, which is this one. So when I was going through it, I did actually have an X on it to say that it was missing. And die mark number 4 was missing, but that's the one I've managed to get a hold of today. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 BB die marks in the book, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 BB diemarks in my tray. So I've actually marked it there previously as well, that BB6 and BB7, these two, didn't match up to anything in the book. So I'm now on the hunt for die mark number 3, and hopefully then we've found 2 die marks which aren't in the book, which is always great stuff. So that's been a bit of a mission recently. The other day I went back in the book to 1980, and you'll see that my Isle of Man book, I've had to sellotape it all together. It's all fallen to bits, but we've got all the 1980 die mark coins, so I've marked that off as complete. And then we've got the 1981 coin, got all the die marks on that, which is complete. And with that, we found an extra variation on the HH die mark, where we have an obverse, and the PM mint mark is in a different area to die mark 1. So a variation on that coin, which wasn't in the book. And then 1982 is complete. We've got all the different die marks on that coin as well. And then we move on to 1983, which is the Model T Ford, and we've got all of the die marks that are, well, the 2AA, 2AB, an AC and an AD, so we've got all those. Then we move on to this problem page, so we need die mark number 3 on that. And I went through the whole book and literally checked every single die mark, and as I did, the book fell apart on me, which shows it's been well used. But the steam train, 1984, we've got the various different die marks on that coin as well. So that's marked off as complete in the book. And 1985, that's complete. We've got all the AA die marks, including the rare AB die mark. And then there was just the one diamond proof coin so far that's been listed. I think there only is one. I don't think I've ever seen a difference. We've got the silver one as well. We've got silver for every year, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. Then we're on to 1986. And 1986 is not complete yet, so we're missing something there. So there's possibly an AB die mark, but I've never seen one of those, so I'd be surprised if it turns up. We've got BB1 and BB2, and we've got the silver proof. So technically that is complete, unless there is an AB die mark out there. And then 1987, which is the Manx train car, what do they call it? There's a special name for that. Tram car, that's the word I'm looking for. But we've got AA, we've got AB, we've got AA with the mirror fields, where this bit is shiny, but with an AA die mark. And then we've got BB1, BB2, and BB3. And so I went through the whole book, and once we hit a certain point in the book, then I start to be missing ones. So 1988, which is the sidecar, we've got AA, AB, and apparently there's an AA with a mirror finishing card, the same as the previous year, which I haven't come across yet. We've got the BB die mark as well, and missing the silver proof on that. So I've gone through the whole book. As I say, it's fallen to bits. I had to sellotape it back together. Not my forte, really, using sellotape. So the book's ended up looking a bit mangled, but it doesn't really matter what it looks like so long as the information's there. But there we go, folks. Oh, one more thing before I go. The 1996 TT coin. So I bought this off eBay thinking that the AA die mark was the one that I was missing, because there's 2 variations on the AA die mark. Under close inspection, it turns out to be the same die mark as the coin that I already have. So this one will be winging its way back onto eBay to hopefully go to another 50p collector. Now I'm going to do another video tomorrow night, and tomorrow's video is going to be the Peter Pan 2024 set of coins that I bought. It's a 5 coin set, and I've also got the Red Arrows 5 coin set to have a look at. And then just to entertain things further, we'll be looking at a 2023 salmon coin that I bought from China, and it turns out to be a fake, but I was 99% sure it was a fake when I bought it, and eBay closed the account down, and the day after they closed the account down, the 2023 salmon arrived. The reason I bought it is because it looks really nice for a fake coin, so I'll put it into my fake coins section. But as it transpires, because it was a fake coin, eBay have refunded me for it. So I got a free coin and I got money back. But it's a really nice looking fake, but we'll do a video about that tomorrow. So for this video for now, leave a comment below. Any of you guys collect the 1983 Diemark Model T Ford coin? Let me know what you think, and we'll take it from there. But for now, peace and love. Coin Snatcher out.